What's happening, guys? It's your Willie's Reacts. We're back with another reaction. Today we're going over another new guy onto the channel. So this is a new video, a new type of video I'm starting to dive into. So hopefully you guys start to enjoy it or like it. Please let me know down below, man. Give me that like, give me that subscribe, hit that bell for me. You already know what it is. Today we're going to get into Andrew Tate. Today, we're going to get into Tristan Tate, talking about India people and Pakistani people. We're just going to go ahead, dive right into it, see what he's thinking, and I'll give you my honest thoughts on it. So let's get it.
Luton as a huge, we grew up in Luton as a huge Asian diaspora, I guess. Lots of Indians, lots of Pakistanis, lots of Sikhs, lots of Muslims. And these people work as a team. It's one of the reasons they outcompete British people, native British people, and almost everything.
So the way he's talking about, like, I feel like I might know where he's going. I've seen this happen a lot, and this happens with a ton of other cultures. I don't see it too often in America. This is where I'm at, obviously. So I don't see it too often here, but I do see talks, and I hear people mention stuff about how they have their entire family in like this group, and it's like a network. Like, you know what I mean? Instead of it being just a family that just works and does their own thing, they all network and pool their money together and go in on a business, or they go in on, you know, doing something specific that can generate them money, and they all focus on it. They focus on that being the root cause of their, you know, their essential existence of working. So it's like almost impossible to fail when you have 10 people constantly working at doing this thing. So if this is what he's talking about, obviously I don't know, we're 12 seconds in, but that's just what I thought. I thought that was a really good idea. I always thought that was a good idea, to find a giant friend group to just hop into something and just do it. I feel like it's almost impossible to fail, you know?
Every single metric. And we knew a guy named Bali. I hope Andrew hasn't told you this. So he was a lawyer, probably 50,000 pounds a year, and he drove a $400,000 Ferrari, a 400,000 pound Ferrari, and a 500,000 pound Rolls Royce sometimes. And we were saying, like, do you think Bali's a drug dealer? What do you think he's up to? Me and Andrew at the time, you know, had quite a close brotherhood. And he looked at us one day. I said, Bali, how do you have all this money? How do you get these fancy cars when you're just a lawyer? And you're relatively young. He was like 26, 27, about 5 or 6 years older than I was at the time. And Bali's exact answer was, I remember he said, you white people are stupid. Now, I'm mixed race. He wasn't talking anything racial. He was talking about, I guess, native British people. He says, you will have 5 sons, or your father may have 5 sons, which for someone in my culture, he was a Sikh, an Indian Sikh from Punjab. He said, that's a jackpot. And this Englishman's fine.
Now he's talking about, this is literally what he's going on to explain this, but he's saying like the 5 sons is like the jackpot, because, you know, traditionally men are more the workhorses. You know, they'll do the labor, you know, stuff like that. They'll keep pushing. I'm not saying women wouldn't do that either, but it's generally more known that men would work harder at something. Well, not work harder like they do it because they want to, but because they're physically able to do it harder.
5 sons will all move out of the family home. They'll pay 5 rents, probably to people like me. They'll take 5 different student debts out, go out 5 different career paths. They'll set up. They'll get 5 different mortgages, marry 5 different women, and never see each other again. You see, my father had 5 sons. Now I'm a lawyer. My brother's a dentist. My father's an engineer. My other brother owns a construction company. And every single skill set that they needed to flourish was within the household. So we all live in the family home. We pool our resources. Our women work together and prepare food for us. We work. And every time that we have new children, or the family is expanded, we just expand the house. My brother owns a construction company, and that way, as a group, we have 3 Toyotas, 1 Ferrari, and 1 Rolls Royce, and we can all use them anytime we like. And that was what introduced.
And I don't know if you guys have noticed this. I mean, this makes complete fucking sense. That the Tate brothers literally do this same thing. Their resources are combined. It's intertwined. They are able to pull out his brother's Rolls Royce, and same with the other. He's able to, hey, I want to use this today, and they just do it. Okay, yeah, fine, go ahead. I'm not planning on using it, so go for it. I trust that you'll be able to take care of it as I would, you know, and same as if I were to take something for you and such, you know. Yeah, man, it's definitely, man, it's giving me goosebumps just thinking about it, but it's definitely a great idea, you know, to have have set up for you. Yeah.
Me and Andrew, because we were flat broke at the time, we had nothing to share. To the idea of certainly, you know what, if we can buy a supercar together, one nice car, then we can just share that car. And now, thanks to his car addiction, we have, 40 plus, minus the 10 or 11 that have been temporarily seized by the Romanian government. But yeah, it introduced us, I guess, to the concept of pooling your resources and sharing. And you know what, he's 100% right. That is a lesson you can learn from the Indians, from the Pakistanis.
Pool your resources and share, man. I'm telling you, if you can get your family on board with this, you guys will flourish, just as he's saying. And I kind of have a similar, not for me specifically, but I have a family member, a group of family members, specifically my cousins, my uncles, and my aunts. They are doing something similar to that. So my cousin lives with his dad and his mom. He has a wife, he has 2 kids, while my uncle and my aunt are still raising their, other kids. They have both, my uncle and my cousin have the same job, and they both do the same thing. They both get paid around the same amount of money because they've been doing it around the same time. They both literally started around the same time, and they're both getting the same type of money. They live in the same home. They literally just sold their houses. They both each had a house separately. My cousin bought his house, renovated it, because the job he's doing is electrician, carpenter, so he can do all that stuff. And his father's the same way. He's got plenty more experience in that field than his son does, obviously, so he can help with the stuff his son doesn't know. And what they did is they ended up flipping that house, and then the house my uncle was in, he did the same thing. He bought it 5-10 years ago and upgraded it the entire time he lived there, and sold it for major profits. And now they literally sold the house profits from both homes, and they moved into one home. It's a nice house. It's a big house. They have enough room to suffice for all of them, and they're literally doing the same thing. They have a few cars, and they literally go in and out. They share them. They carpool to work. They vacation together. They do everything together, and it shows they're literally flourishing. They're doing really good for themselves, and this speaks to that, honestly. So I don't know if it's going to work for everybody, but I think that is a very great idea to dive into. But yeah, I think that is it for me. If you guys did enjoy watching some Tristan Tate talk about the India Pakistani group ideologies they have with living together, man, please let me know down below. Let me know if you want to see more of this. If you want to see something different, please let me know down below. Hope you guys have a great day, and peace out.